Hello, family. How you doing? How are you all? I hope that you all are having a phenomenal day as I am. I'm going to give you all a second to come in, and I'm also going to be waiting for this video to be shared inside of the Justice page. But I'm coming on here to spend time with you all. Oh my God, I have missed you all. I've not seen you all in a little while now. But today we're going to be coming on specifically to be discussing justice business. Justice business. So hello everybody. Linda, Oliver, Darlise, Sherry, Teresa, Shar, Cher, Brittany. Hello. You're not in the group. I know I'm not in the group. This is intended to be in the public, and it will be shared inside the group. There are many questions that are coming to the Justice family from both inside and outside of the Justice group. And so today we're going to talk about some justice business in the public domain, but it is okay. We're safe to do so. All right. So share, because I want to basically bring you all up to speed on a lot of things that's going on, and then we'll go from there. And let me tell y'all about being or feeling like I don't care right now. Not only do I not have a head on, but it's at the time where clearly I need a haircut. So you guys get to see, you see them shadows right there? I don't like that. We got to get a haircut. We got to get it right away. But how y'all doing, y'all? Oh my God. Look at the Justice family members just pouring in. We have 192. I'm so excited because I know a lot of the people who are tuning in are Justice family members, but I need you all to get this in the page, and I need us to get to where we need to be so we can move forward with this conversation. I'll wait for y'all with my thinking music. You are late, sir. So sorry to be late. How do you be late for a Facebook Live, right? Okay. Hello, Alabama. You are pixelated. Oh no, terrible. You're good. Michelle, thank you. So do me a favor while I'm waiting. I'm going to wait for about maybe 400 or 500 of our Justice family members to get in. We're not far from there. We're at 247. I want you all to start telling me your states. Tell me where you are. And if you are a Justice fighter, put your state and put still in. So I know that I'm up talking amongst family at least. Okay? Decatur, Alabama. Alabama United. You know what? I like that. Alabama United. Alabama. What? Let me find out Alabama ain't playing. I miss you too, Patricia. Fashionably late is all good. I'm not late. Let me tell you this. You can't be late when it starts when you show up. It just started. I said black people aren't always late. Black people always know that when they show up, it be starting. You got to put a spin on that. No, we do be late. I ain't even gonna give no excuses. Arkansas still in. Michigan, Detroit, Michigan, United. I'm gonna be in Detroit. Oh my God! Unless literally 7 days, 7 or 8 days. I'm gonna be in Detroit, and even maybe less. I was just talking to somebody a little while ago, and there are some people in Detroit that are so excited about us coming to Detroit that they reached out and said, "Hey, President, we want you to come early." And so it's a few people who are inviting me to Detroit. They're saying, come Wednesday, come Tuesday, come Thursday, so we can show you the best of our city. And you can have some time to have fun and spend time with us before it's time to get to work. And I like that idea. So I may be in Detroit. I might pop up a little sooner. But we're officially supposed to be there from the 8th, the 9th, and the 10th. Okay, y'all. 300 people. I was going to wait, but I'm not going to wait. Let's get to it. So, to be late and early on time. Y'all still talking about being late. Hilarious. Chicago still in. Illinois still in. United. Norfolk still in. Philly still in. Mississippi still in. Okay, here it is. I'm back, y'all. It said I was freezing, so now let's get into it. All right, y'all. So I want to talk to you all a little bit about me being here back in Chicago. I've been back in Chicago for about a week now. And when I tell you all, it is so much that's happening in the city of Chicago. I know that one of our largest areas of membership is right here at home in the city of Chicago, Illinois. And so I don't know if you all have seen a couple of things have happened here in our city. Number one, it appears that a young man lost his life at the hands of the Chicago Police Department, and we're looking at the particulars that are surrounding that case. There's also been a young man that has lost his life who was related to a member of the Freedom Fighters. And so I'm here at home, and it looks like one of our family members may have possibly lost their life to gun violence here in the city of Chicago. It is a very serious issue that continues to plague the city that must be addressed. And so even though we're not taking on cases, we at this time, it does appear that one of the freedom fighting family members has lost their child here in the city of Chicago, on the southeast side of Chicago, literally the night before last, on 75th and Exchange. And we will be talking about that and giving our particulars as more information becomes available to us concerning that situation. But this will be the first time since we've organized in 2 months that one of our own freedom fighters have a situation that has brought devastation into their life in real time while we're in formation. And there is a saying that we have in our family that has to prove true right now. And that is, when one of us is under attack, what do? We stand up and we fight back. We have to control the narrative. So I want you all to be on standby. I will be posting the updates inside of the Justice page after the broadcast when more information becomes available. But you all, if that's one of us, if it's one of ours, well, we know that they are one of ours. But to lose their child means that we need all of our members all across the country, all across the world, to help us to be there for a freedom fighter that is in difficult spaces at a difficult time. And so I will be giving you all, like I said, those particulars inside of the Justice page. But right here in the city of Chicago, at home, while I'm home, I received word earlier today that one of the freedom fighters of justice lost their child to gun violence. And they're not even here in the city of Chicago. And they're asking the family to pray for them and to help them. And we are looking into it. I want to speak. I'm going to speak about a few things as it relates to business for our family moving forward, so that we all know that we're on the same page. As a matter of fact, while I'm saying this, I just saw a notification. So it looks like the report and the briefing is ready for the situation. So I will be putting that up. It looks like sooner than I thought. But I want to talk about some business for the Justice Network. And so if you can, share it and make sure that all of the Justice family members are paying attention. The first thing that I want to say is that organizers all across the country have been working very hard so that we can move forward with our agenda. I said it before, 3 things that I've said to set precedence, even as we released our mission vision statement inside of the Justice page a day or so ago. 3 things hold true. Number 1, this is not about the internet. This is not about lives. It's not about the celebrity effect of being a part of this. It is such a blessing, and it is amazing that no matter where I go, people seem to have either heard of, recognized, or know that we are the freedom fighters. Today was an amazing day outside of some of the bad news that we received for some of our family members. Today was an amazing day for justice because I had to go to court today. You know, I had a order of protection that was put out against me from a Chicago advocate. Well, today, justice members literally took over the Markham courthouse. It was a site that was so beautiful and second to none. And everybody in Markham literally was stopped in their tracks, wondering who was this crowd of individuals. And we were literally so tight and so close that we had so much help and so much assistance. Even found out that it was other justice freedom fighters inside of the Markham courthouse that we had not even planned on seeing or expecting to be there. And so we stood together. And today I would say that the victory is ours. And there is an order of protection that has been reversed. And it is against that very advocate who was coming at the Justice Network and was one of the main reasons why we could not pursue or continue on fighting for for the cases that we're taking on in the city of Joliet. That is what justice is about. It is about empowering everyday people in the spirit of unity to come together and to be the change that they want to be and what they need to see and what they need done, and that they need to have in their local neighborhood. It's not about lives or internets or personalities or charisma. We got all of that. But the crux of what we're designing and what we're building is something by which people get from behind the computer screens and they get involved, so that everywhere there is a justice member or justice chapter or justice leader, we know that injustice will not thrive and that it will be challenged every step of the way. And so with that being said, I want to make an announcement of justice meetings that's getting ready to take place all across the country. And there may be surprises at these meetings. People may pop up at these meetings. So let me tell you something. You don't want to miss a justice meeting moving forward. But it's not about, again, those things. It is all about us making the difference and being the solution where we are locally. It's about the work. It is about the work. And so if you got a paper and pen, I want to give you all your chapter meetings that's getting ready to take place. Number 1, Atlanta, Georgia. Atlanta, Georgia's chapter meeting is going to be on December 2nd and December 16th. The location is 3450 Benjamin E. Mays Drive, Atlanta, Georgia, 30331. That will be from 4 to 6. For December 2nd, and all other times, the 16th and moving forward will be announced. So again, Atlanta, Georgia, December 2nd and 16th, set at 3450 Benjamin E. Mays Drive, Atlanta, Georgia, at 303-3131 at 4 o'clock to 6 o'clock. Then Central Texas will be having their season greeting. They're going to have a season greeting meeting. Season greeting meeting in Central Texas is December 9th. December 9th at Dave and Buster's. Dave and Buster's at 9333 Research Boulevard. A as in apple, 600. Again, that is season greeting for Central Texas, December 9th at Dave and Buster's at 9333 Research Boulevard in Austin, Texas at 4:30. Okay, I'll say it again. 4:30, Dave and Buster's in Austin, Texas is the season greeting for Central Texas. Next, okay, Los Angeles winter. It says this is for Los Angeles, California. Warm winter on Skid Row. Los Angeles, California. Warm winter on Skid Row. Justice for Skid Row. And so their meeting is December 16th at 601 South San Pedro Street, 601 South San Pedro Street in Los Angeles, California at 1 p.m. I might have missed something because I know that there's a meeting. Oh, December 2nd is this weekend. Okay, North Carolina. Okay, let me talk about what I know about the warm winter on Skid Row. Warm winter on Skid Row, December 16th in Los Angeles. They are literally picking up the charge of making a difference for the residents of Skid Row. So they're going to be, when it says warm winter on Skid Row, they're going to be delivering blankets and coats and hats and gloves and scarves to individuals in Los Angeles, California who need them. So they're not just meeting. This is an actual working meeting with Southern California One more I want to announce is North Carolina. North Carolina has their first chapter meeting on December 3rd at, did I say that already? No. December 3rd at Dave and Buster's in Charlotte, North Carolina. The Charlotte, North Carolina Dave and Buster's at 12 noon on December 3rd is the chapter meeting for North Carolina. And I'm going to stop there. There are other meetings that are taking place across the country. I've highlighted these meetings because they're coming up. And next weekend, we'll have our first meet and greet in Detroit, Michigan. We'll be in Detroit, Michigan officially from the 8th, the 9th, and the 10th. I see India Hammond, who's on here. She is a recognized organizer for the state of Indiana in the city of Indianapolis. And so I'm waiting for their meetings to be posted. But I want to talk about how we get these organizers in place, if we can. North Carolina, first chapter meet and greet is December. Okay, somebody just repeated it. Okay, so let's talk about this notion of what an organizer is. In the justice organization, we have literally been so fortunate that we have members all over the country, as well as in other places in the world. It's more specifically defined as we have a member in every state, still in every state, and we have members in 21 other countries outside of the United States of America. And so the only way that we're going to be effective in building this, and if I didn't say your meet and greet, if I didn't say your chapter meeting, if I didn't say your city, it's not because it's insignificant. It's just not in front of me at the moment. Okay. And so let's say this. Let's get to the point of what an organizer is. So what we have developed is a system by which we are developing our chapters across the country. So first, we're starting off in our country. We cannot leave the United States of America to organize anything until we're solidified here in our own country. And so I know that there are people outside of the country who worry about if they're a part of or if they're recognized. You absolutely are. Every time I've been working with Virginia. Okay, so I'm getting a lot of text messages. Again, if I don't say your city, if I don't say your state, it's because it was not in front of me at this time. We'll post it all inside of the page. It'll be all posted inside of the justice page. So please don't think that it is not important and that we don't want to highlight it. It's just not in front of me at this moment. But that's the same thing as it relates to people who are part of this organization and this movement and this family that are not inside the United States of America. I am not going to be able at this moment to build internationally until we're solid here in America, because this is where we started. And so we're focusing our efforts on getting every single state here in the country organized, focused, functioning, and moving forward. Okay. And so please, if you are outside of the country and you are wondering, well, how do you participate? Stay tuning in, share our videos, help bring awareness to our our causes. You all did amazing when we were on cases and you were calling in from all over the country, applying pressure from all over the world. That is how you be active right now. But inside of America, let's make one thing very clear. If I have not come into your city to have a meet and greet like I have in North Carolina, like I have in Atlanta, Georgia, like I have in Chicago, Illinois, like I have in Texas, we've been in Dallas, Houston, we've been in Austin. If we have not had the ability to come into your city or your state, we don't know who our organizers are. When we first started this thing out, when we first began, we were trying to make sure that we moved across this country as expeditiously as we can for what the first step is. It's called the meet and greet. But there were individuals that are so excited, they're still excited, and they're still on fire. They didn't wait till we got there. They started organizing already, like they're doing now in Michigan, like they're doing in Florida, like they're doing in Ohio and Tennessee, like they're doing in New York, places we haven't been. There are whole chats of hundreds of people that are organizing in their local area. And you have every right to do so. But one thing that I'm so blessed is that they all do it with one desire. They want to be a part of the Justice family and network. And so with that being said, I'm very excited because literally people are so Alabama as well. I can't leave out Alabama. That's where one of our members of the year come from, Florida, Alabama. And so they are already organized. So we said, well, hold on, wait a minute. Well, praise the Lord. We don't have to move as fast because people are already going. But what I want you to recognize is that there are no official organizers that are set in cities where our feet haven't been able to hit the ground running on. Well, we haven't had the meet and greet. The first step is a meet and greet. It comes by two ways. It comes by us announcing that we're coming, and or now, because of the fire and the zeal of the people like Alabama, we're also coming where people are ready and doing the work. We're at Louisiana. Where you at? Louisiana, we got people coming. We got people in Michigan. Literally, I'm not joking. There are freedom fighters across the country. Don't worry that it's only 380 people watching right now. We lit. We're lit. But I want to keep on bringing perspective, because there's some questions that really do deserve answers. And so you have two things going on. You have organizers that we have met. You have organizers that have been in meet and greets that we've been a part of. And a lot of those organizers are working together even right now. While I'm talking to you, they're all working together across the country inside of a chat that is designed specifically for our national leaders, our state leaders, and our organizers. A lot of people who are organized, you're not in the chat yet, because we haven't met you. We haven't done our meet and greet, but we're coming. Detroit, Michigan is one of those places. Next week, when we go to Detroit was one of those cities who said, hey, we're not going to wait for them to come. We're going to already start organizing. And so Detroit, Michigan, from what I understand, have over 100 people. Now, when you're in the organizing phase, what happens is that when we come to your city and we do the meet and greet, we're going to explain how this thing goes and how it moves forward and how it started. But then we're going to also ask for individuals to volunteer. So the people who have already stepped up as volunteers, we don't want to take any credit for them. We don't want to step on their toes. But within this network, we have a way of doing things. And that is when we come into the city, we're going to ask who wants to be an organizer in the network. Because what are organizers? Organizers are an extension of the national team. They're an extension of me. They're an extension of Director Freeman and Director Spikes and Director Greer. And basically, they don't have no power. Let me be real specific. They don't have any power. The power that organizers have is that they are to be an extension of the national team, and they are to serve in building an official chapter in your city and or your state. Organizers are expected to do one major task: build relationships, get to know people. So in that, when we come into your city or your state, you already have built enough of a bond that we can be the family that we're claiming ourselves to be. And so organizers serve. They are servant leaders. Organizers in justice understand, just as leaders in justice, that we don't wear capes. We wear aprons. We're not here to be in charge, to run things, to lord over. Organizers are there to serve, to make sure that people are informed, that they are connected, that they're on the same page. They are building relationships. And so we look for people to volunteer to become organizers in your city and in your state. And so when I put up calls for the national team, organizers are to push that call where they are locally. Does that make sense? So we have somebody in every city or every state that's called a lead organizer. Lead organizers have a responsibility. They are literally the focused go-to person for information. That is what they are. And so the lead organizer doesn't mean, it means that you have favor. It means that you will be given another level of access. It means that you are expected to make sure that that access and that favor overflows to the people who want to be a part of making a difference locally and changing the world internationally. The people who want to be a part of the chapter. But also organizers will help us identify those crazy folks, those people who are that are in it for the wrong reasons, those people who don't mean this organization no good. We also have our organizers paying attention to if people are doing the work and to keep us informed, because I'm not omnipresent, nor is anybody else on our national team. We cannot be everywhere at the same time. So our organizers are our eyes and our ears. They're our hands in places that we can't physically touch right away. But there are two types of organizers. There are recognized organizers and unrecognized organizers. Unrecognized organizers are the people who say, hey, before you even get here, I'm putting it all together. Now, they may become a recognized organizer after the meet and greet. So when we do the meet and greet, there's going to be another meeting that's going to take place with just those individuals who say they want to be organized. To be an organizer, you don't have to pay any money. Let's make sure we put that out there. You just got to want to make a difference where you are. You just got to lift your hands and say, I volunteer to be an organizer for the Justice Network here where I live. That's it. That's the only requirement. We're going to do the vetting. We're going to do the vetting. And there's a process that you'll find out when we get there that'll let you know how the lead organizer is picked. You all pick the lead organizer, but you do that at the meet and greet. Okay? And again, the meet and greet's lead organizer, they don't run the show. They're just responsible for being in charge of communication, making sure everybody's informed and everybody's on the same page. We can't have an organization that says we're going to change the world if we're not patient with people in this process. Again, we one of the things that we're very proud of is that we are a family across the world. But understand this, we are not the family that grew up in the same household. We're not the family that have spent all of our holidays together. We're not even the family that know each other. We're the family that is related by a common passion, focus, and goal. That's to change the world. And so we're the family reunion family. We don't know each other. We've all just come into one space. And now we got to work out the relationships and all the personalities. So we need organizers who are willing to serve people's humanity and their imperfections. We need people to be patient with the growing pains and processes of building a movement across this world that will not be easily built, broken, or torn down. You all have seen difficulty even with us here on the national level. With people that started out with us, they're not here anymore. It's going to happen. Some people are going to fall off. That's just the way the world goes. And that's okay. But organizers should not be engaged in any fights or bickering or anything like that. Now, I do know that I've set a tone in our movement that you better have receipts. You got to keep your receipts. But we got a goal in this. That is to change the world. And that means that your receipts are not designed to destroy. Your receipts are designed to make us better. Your receipts are designed to find the people who are really serious about this and to bring them in closer so that when we get there, we know the wheat from the tare. We know the people that got the right heart versus those that got the wicked heart. We know the people who are going to put the work in versus the people that just want to be a part of the celebrity effect. The people who are going to make the investments versus the people who are going to be all talk. That is what our organizers do. And you do it with a spirit and a sense of humility. And so I'm excited about organizing because guess what? It's more than about justice. It is all about where you live. We live in a world today where people don't know their neighbors. Well, justice is coming after that because you're going to know your neighbors and you're going to know the people who care about where they live because that is what's going to ultimately make the difference in the world. Okay? And so organizers are as such that they organize because of a goal. In order to charter in our movement, you have to have 50 active members in good standing. You cannot have 49 active members and one troll. 50 active members in good standing with our movement. And so that's why we ask for a minimum of 5 organizers. Because if 5 people can come together and get 10 apiece together in unity for your local neighborhood, you're ready to charter. And then that's when we do the all call. We call from freedom fighters all across the world. Hey, they ready down there in Alabama. Let's all get there, because there's going to be an officiating ceremony that will officially declare that there is a chapter formed in this city, because 50 people not only wanted to come together for a common goal, but they wanted to be a part of the Justice Network. And once that happens, then that's when authority and power kicks in. Power kicks in and authority kicks in once the chapter is ready to charter. All of the organizers are then pushed back, and a president is chosen. That president could be a male or female. It could be a seasoned individual or a young individual. But a president is chosen, and that president then leads the charge of that local chapter, making the difference in their local area, and we connect them to the whole international network. And then that's when we start talking about powers and responsibilities and budgets and roles, etc., etc. But right now, this family is in the best stage of our building. People want to push us to do that and do this, go here and go there. No, we got one goal: build relationships across your local neighborhood. That is the most powerful thing we could focus on as we're building and solidifying our foundation in this justice family. Why? The reason why I had court today and we filled up that courtroom was because of our relationship. They were willing to stand by me, fight with me, and they did it for hours. They didn't waver. We made court fun today as a family. Everybody else in there was all down and out, disgusted and disgruntled, but not us. We literally ran that Markham courthouse today because we were united. And people were looking like, who the hell are those people? People are like, they think they running something. No, we don't think we run anything. This is our courthouse. This is our family. We're here for a case. And guess what? We're going to come in strong and we're going to leave there strong. And that's exactly what we did. So much so that people want to know, who the hell are y'all? We are justice. We are justice freedom fighters. And if you mess with one of us, you mess with all of us. So before we get to the point of trying to fight battles and trying to make a change, we got to be connected. We got to be connected. And what's happening for me is what I want to happen for every freedom fighter of justice. Until the whole world knows, those people you don't mess with. Those people are together. Those people are unified. Those people are organized. But let me tell you why, what really makes them dangerous. Those people have relationships with each other. So that is the central goal and philosophy of being an organizer in the justice family and network. And I'm telling you all, that's how we're going to change the world. And people don't like it because they're not used to it. Oh, they think they, a lot of people, they watch. But let me tell you why they're watching. They're watching and they're wishing. They wish they had it. They wish that they could see this kind of unity. And they will and they can. Because either one day they're going to be a part of justice or they're going to create something similar. But at the end of the day, we're going to change the world. And we're going to do it together. So I want you all to get prepared to start asking your questions. I want to clear up what an organizer is. And I want to clear up what their focus is. And so if you've not seen us come in your city, there are no official recognized organizers, unless I said they are, like Thomas from Ohio. Thomas is a recognized freedom fighting organizer, but it doesn't mean he's going to be the only one, even though we haven't come into Ohio. But Thomas has risen. Thomas has risen, and we appreciate Thomas. We honor Thomas. So we told Thomas, when we get there, we're going to recognize you as an Ohio organizer that's been doing great work. But we're also going to look for people who want to be organizers. The more, the merrier. And so if you have an issue, two things when you all get your questions ready. Two things. Oh my God, I'm sorry. There's no way I'll ever be on live with one of our family members that we are advocating for and with being on the live. And if you all are not aware, Jackson Partridge is Miranda the mother of baby Jackson. So please do me a favor. The moment she came in was the moment that you all should have started lighting up this timeline with justice for Jackson. Hey, Miranda, you are loved and appreciated. There go Thomas Johnson right there. You are so loved and appreciated by this entire Justice family across the world. So I need you all to start putting it up there. Justice for Jackson, justice for Jackson, justice for Jackson. We definitely celebrate her, and we celebrate the fight that she has waged in the interest of justice for her son, and we are backing her up 100% the whole way through. Miranda, we got your back, and we won't drop you. Okay. So two things. If you are part of a organizer's chat, hey, okay, let me like that. Miranda responded with some hands and some laughy faces. So if you are part of an organizer's chat, it is not a legitimate chat if it doesn't have one national director in it. Directors are Director Alicia Spikes, Director Nadja Freeman, Director Corey Greer, Director or me. And don't put me, I might be in it, but I promise you I really won't be able to see it because I'm getting messages all across the world. So get one of those national directors in there. If they're not in that, you got to question if something's wrong. Okay? Doesn't mean that they're going to run the chat. We just need to be in there. Because some people just trying to start these chats, harvesting people that want to be a part of justice, sending them on all kind of other agendas, and then say all this work you did, you ain't done nothing. If you came inside the justice group doing a roll call and people said, hey, I'm a part of your city, and then you take them and try to do your own thing. No. Those days are over. So a national leader ought to be inside of the chat. Now, I don't care if you add an original. I don't care if you add an organizer from another city. I don't care if you add a state leader from another city. That doesn't verify that it's legitimate. It has to be one of the national leaders that is on or inside the thread, hopefully as an administrator. And the chat should say unofficial chat. All of those chats should say unofficial because it will not be an official chat until the chapter is chartered. Okay? So that means if something go down in that chat group, it is not on us because it's unofficial. So if y'all in there selling weave, selling weed, selling food stamps, that ain't got nothing to do with the National Justice Network. That ain't us. Unofficial chats. Okay? Weave, weed, and food stamps. Lord have mercy. I wouldn't say it if I ain't seen it. How you in the whole justice chat selling your food stamps? You ought to be ashamed of yourself. Stop it. And I have seen it. And I'm not going to blast the state who had that in your chat. But it was an unofficial chat. Okay. Let's go. 5 questions. Oh, y'all thought that was funny, huh? Y'all in there, I done seen a couple arguments and some chats. I'm going to just keep it 100. I think it's funny because I see y'all see that this ain't as easy as y'all thought. Now imagine what I'm going through and it's all over the country. If y'all can't handle it on the local area, you don't want to be a part of the national team. I promise you, all national leaders, both male and female, will be bald-headed by the time this organization's foundation is completely cemented because y'all stressing us out. Recruiting for your own purposes of business, not accepted. Have you set a date for the Still-In Gathering? We're still working on that. We're working to solidify the hotel, the host hotel, and the convention center. We are expecting 2,000, no less than 2,000 freedom fighters coming together inside of a convention. Oh my God, I get excited every time I think about it. We're expecting 2,000 freedom fighters from across the world. I even know, I was talking to a freedom fighter in Ireland who said, would y'all please solidify the date because they will be flying into the country just to be a part of the Still In Gathering. Woo! I'm excited. So we do know that it's going to be within the first couple of weeks of June, but the date is not set, but I'm going to try to make sure that it is on a weekend. Okay, next question. So it will be half the cost, Miranda. I'm not sure what that is. 5. I'm already bald. Hilarious. Oh my, I'm super late. Yes, if you've just come in, you would want to go back and hopefully listen to this from the beginning. Come on with these questions so that I can get ready for my thinking time. And I got one more announcement, and then we're done. One more announcement. Jed is the New York, New Jersey. No. New York, New Jersey is not one chapter. I think you all going to have one meet and greet, though. And that's another thing. When we get there, we learn as well. So we're going to meet people, see who all show up. And it might be multiple chapters that derive out of one meet and greet. It might be causes that come out of meet and greet. I learned about Skid Row in California because of a meet and greet. It wasn't planned. So I need to friend request a national leader to our unofficial Tennessee page, or only do that after it's made official. No, we need you to do it now, Christy. Get one of the national leaders inside of that group chat. That was the last going rate I knew of, Nicole. I used to have someone sell them 25 cents on. I don't know what they talking, but I am not finna read that. Are we supposed to bring food for Saturday? Kathy, I'm assuming you're part of the Chicago chapter. You got to reach out to the Chicago organizers. You're gone? Who's that? TJ. Oh, TJ. TJ. Wait, I'm almost done. You almost done? Do they need food on Saturday? Yes. Yes, bring food on Saturday. Per TJ. All right, yeah, I'm almost coming out. Okay. I got freedom fighters always. I ain't never by myself no more. I got freedom fighters waiting on me. I got to come out. I got to get off of here. Okay. Let's go. 4 more questions. Indiana's coming to the Still In Gathering. I know. Y'all better be there. Jay, you still have graduations in June. It's going to be within the first couple of weeks in June. But y'all, we can't keep on pushing it back because people got weddings and graduations and all that other stuff. I don't know. We just got to do the best we can. If you can't, I tell you this. You don't want to miss the Still In Gathering. I themed. Y'all hear what I'm saying? Let me tell y'all what I themed this year, our first Still In Gathering to be. Did you find out why I was placed outside of the group? Vending? No. Somebody find out why Vending was kicked out. On the road going through Vending. I remember your name, so I'm gonna have to check it one more time. Can somebody come to the Chicago? Can anybody come to the Chicago meeting? Yes. I'm going to be at the Chicago meeting this weekend. I'm so excited to run into and see the people of the city of Chicago. And I got an announcement about that. Are there any organizers in Missouri? No. We need organizers from Missouri. We have members in Missouri, but I don't know that anybody has come up as an organizer for Missouri. Oh, God. Or y'all said y'all made us move it from May because of graduations, and now y'all saying there's graduations in June too. I don't know what to say, y'all. New York City may need a chapter in every city. New York may need a chapter in every city. Because small states come together to organize. Yep. And that's something we determined at the meet and greet. Me and Laterra are going to be in Detroit in spirit. Y'all coming on spirit or y'all going to be in spirit? Okay, yeah, I got to get off. Jed, we really want to meet you. We are traveling to Cleveland, Ohio from Oklahoma, and we really want to meet you. Shayna, are you telling me that you're coming to Cleveland, Ohio's meet and greet just to meet me? Trust me. We're coming to where you are. I would not want you to make that trip. I do not want you to make that trip. I don't want y'all to stress yourselves too much. I'm just a regular guy, y'all, with an amazing responsibility. Anyone here from Alabama and not in the unofficial group, please message Sharice and Tammy. Okay? I don't see no more questions. So with that being said, I'm going to wrap this up with this. This is where I ended at. I've been really, really wrestling. This is where I'm done. I've been really, really wrestling. Wait, why aren't you ever at the community center that we're renting a space from? Are you talking about in Woodlawn? It's readily available to the Justice Organization for Chicago. And I think that maybe people don't understand the point. The point is that the resources are given to given to the local leadership, the local chapter, the local residents, the local members. Is never for me. I am the national president. My responsibility is to expand our family, to keep it moving, to lead the way and lead the charge. But I am not at no point desiring or interested in being the only leader that justice produces. I'm going to continue to fade into the background as presidents and state leaders and national leaders are defined within our network. Today you see me. Tomorrow you'll see leaders all across this world. And my goal and what I understand is that you are not a leader or you're not anything until you can produce it. For example, you're not a good mother until you can produce a good mother. Seasoned women should instruct the younger women, but you've not stepped into the fullness of being a mother until the seed that you bore knows how to build up a household as a good mother, have own children, and do it not like you, but do it better. I want all of the people who come out of the justice family to be better than me. And that's why I'm making it clear in this tone. I want every single leader in this network to be treated the way I'm treated, but better. I have expectations of them that are going to go far beyond anything on anybody else. Don't step up to the plate if you don't want to be better than me. I don't want you to be me. I don't want to clone me. I want to reproduce me. And what do I mean by that? I want people to be their own creative, unique self, making a difference where they live locally, the way that God gave them to do it. Don't do it Jedediah's way. Do it the way you were created to do it. And so I don't know that I'm a successful national president when I come up to a still-in gathering and I got to step back and look at our presidents from across the United States of America, if not necessary, and the world. When I'm stepping back, listening to them, inspire people to make a difference, that's when I'll really be a president, when there are other presidents created. You're not a real father until you create fathers. You're not a real anything. And how could I say that in confidence? It goes something like this. A tree could only bear fruit after its own kind. An apple tree does not become an apple tree until you can grab an apple. Does that make sense? That is the ideology. I want y'all to love me, but I want you to love every leader in our network. And if a leader of justice come into your city, I want them to be treated like the queens and the kings that they are. That is how we're going to change the world. I mean it. Okay. And so, and for example, I want to tell y'all something that's happening. Right now, organizers are, I'm not going to tell y'all that. I'm not going to tell y'all that. But this is what I'm going to say. I'm going to need you all's help. I desperately need your help. Desperately need your help. And what I mean by that is that there is no way for me in good conscience to travel this United States of America building up networks that will change the world if I'm going to leave my own city hanging. I just can't do it. Now, I've been struggling with if I'm going to stay in Chicago or not. But I've been here for a week now, and my heart is completely broken over and over and over again. I'm seeing things happen in the school system. I'm seeing people being killed by gun violence. I'm seeing corruption thrive. I'm seeing political systems that need to be dismantled and destroyed. I see individuals posturing themselves for more oppression of the people. I see the people of Chicago still saying, when are we ever going to get better? Division, separation, pain, poverty is ruling certain areas of Chicago. And so, two things. We have to change this. This is my home. This is where I live. I cannot change the world and leave my own city behind. And so over the next couple of days, I plan on going out into the city of Chicago. You all listen to what I'm saying. I'm asking for every freedom fighter in Chicago to meet me on Saturday morning at 79th and Racine. I think that's where it is. I'm going to put it on my page. I need y'all to start paying attention to my personal page. I'm going to be putting it out because I'm going to be popping up in some areas in the city of Chicago because it's time to shake the bag. We got thousands of people who say that they are supportive of this network. And again, one of our largest pools of membership come from the city of Chicago. So how come I can't change this? How come I can't make a difference here? Why do I have to just leave my city without making it better than it was? God put me in Chicago for a reason. I believe that. And the reason why I'm torn is because God simply won't let me leave just yet. And I need my Justice family to help me here at home. I need your help desperately. I would not say it if it wasn't true. I need your help because I cannot do this alone. And so the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to join in making a direct challenge to the General Assembly who continues to play with the lives of the people right here at home. And so I'm going to be going out Saturday morning with a young man named Willie Preston. And I'm trying to get 100 people strong. And we're going to get this guy, the underdog, the overlooked, the outcast, the unexpected. I want them to see somebody from the neighborhood marching through the city streets with 100 people getting petitions signed. Go look him up yourself. Willie Preston running for state representative of the 31st district. Go check him out for yourself. Don't take my word for it. But if you all recognize that there's real systematic change needed in the city of Chicago, then I need y'all to be there with me. And I need us to go strong. And let's get these petitions signed and let's send a strong message to the system that we will fire you if you don't do what's required for the citizens of the city. And then we're going to the police station because we got to deal with the police culture that still think it's okay to shoot our young people down and keep this outrage going across the country. And then we got to go to the mayor's office. And then we got to go face some of these aldermen. And then we got to go face the Board of Education. And I'm looking for the Chicago chapter to take this charge, keep this charge. Let's make home better. Let's be an example for the rest of the country. If everybody else want to give up on Chicago and everybody else want to just settle for the bad news, cool. But Barack Obama is getting ready, President Barack Obama is getting ready to build a presidential library here in this city. And I'm going to tell you this. This needs to be a world-class city. Some of these people have got to go. So y'all can really shock me and bless me right now. If you're in, you're still in. I want you all to light up the internet right now with saying justice for Willie Preston in the 31st district. Let him know that we're coming. Let this young man know, who's a new breed of leadership right here in our city, know we got your back. Send a message to the machine. We're not going to have to just come out and protest and scream and react to some kind of tragedy. I'm serious. Yes, this is political. And no, I'm not making an apology about it. Let's show them the power of the Justice Network. Willie Preston. There you go. Thank you, Rena Aquafina. I love my family. Look at that. Justice for Willie Preston. And so what is it when we say justice for? We're talking about us. We're saying that our family is for you. Justice for Willie Preston. I'm going to be out there myself. I'm not going to just ask people to come. I'm going to be out there myself getting people to sign petitions. But if we get 100 people out there to sign petitions for Willie Preston and they see it, then they'll know that this is not a group that you play with. This is not a family that you play with. I pause because y'all don't know how much I love you. So don't just put it on this live. Don't just put it on this live. I need you to put it on your page. Hashtag that. Justice for Willie Preston. Put it on my page. Go to my page. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go to my page and I'm going to tag him in my page. And I want y'all within the comment section to put it on there. Justice for Willie Preston. Putting justice for Willie Preston is going to show the power of our unity, the power that we have to bring awareness from across the country. And then they'll know that anywhere justice shows up, we don't come to play no games, because getting Willie Preston's name out there and pushing this no-name candidate that don't have a lot of money, but they got the right spirit and the right hope, the right heart, is getting justice for all of us. And then we could do it for the governor's office. We could do it for the mayor's office. We could do it for the presidency, because that's when our lives are really going to change. It's not going to be standing outside a building, screaming, yelling, and desiring justice. We got to put people in positions of authority that's going to do right by the people. And I'm telling y'all, I think, and I'm very confident that this young man will do just that. So I'm going to put the post up, and I need y'all to hit that timeline. Justice for Willie Preston. Justice. Chicago, I love you. Put it on the justice page as well. And let the mayor know. Let Rahm Emanuel know in the city of Chicago. I may not be running for mayor, but you will not get another term in this city unchallenged. And I'm going to make sure that the world know what you have not done and what you have done that have contributed to the plight of people's lives in this city being mocked all across this world and being known as a murder capital, where people are so hurt, so poor, so disgruntled, losing family members to gun violence, a police culture that is not resolved, finances not being invested in blighted neighborhoods. I'm telling you something. They thought that Black Lives Matter was something, but wait till they find out what justice is about, because we are going to change the world. And when one of us is under attack, what do? Stand up, fight back. And how are we going to do it? We're going to show them what a family looks like, because this is what a family looks like. Justice for Willie Preston. Chicago, I love you. And America, sometimes you be tripping. Justice, freedom fighters, y'all mean the world to me. And I love you too. I love you too. I'm begging y'all, hey, I mean it. Just send it. Shake them. Just shake them. I'm going to put it on my page and y'all hit it. Justice for Willie Preston. And I like what somebody just put. And then hashtag united. We are going to change the world. Oh, I feel good. I'm glad I saw y'all today. Until the next time. Until the next time. Organizers, get to work.